All right, Deontay Wilder has a warning for Oleksandr Usyk. He said if he's smart, he better stay at cruiserweight. He King Fight News. More on this. That's right. Deontay Wilder basically reacting to the Tony Bellew-Oleksandr Usyk fight. And he actually gave credit to Tony Bellew. He said, hey, Bellew was whooping his ass. Tony Bellew was whooping his ass, and, you know, Oleksandr Usyk is really fighting at his best weight. If he comes up to heavyweight, he's gonna lose some speed. He may lose some stamina, and he's not gonna be the same fighter with these heavyweights who have much stronger punching power, who have who can basically knock you out with one shot. I mean, for whatever reason, Tony Bellew was putting hands on Usyk, but he wasn't doing any major damage. Those shots were just, you know, they were landing, but it didn't have the kind of impact that they would at heavyweight, to be honest. And Usyk is very intelligent in the ring as well. So he did his best to try and take the steam off those shots, right? And of course, Tony Bellew's never been a devastating knockout artist like, say, Vladimir Klitschko, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. All those guys, they can knock you out with one shot. And, you know, this is actually good advice. This is actually real advice from Deontay Wilder. You know, stay down there for a minute, you know. At least until the heavyweight picture gets cleared up, because the second Oleksandr Usyk enters the heavyweight division, people are going to want to see him with the best available competition. And there's a whole lot of killers at heavyweight. But let's check out the quote from Deontay Wilder. More on this guy. All right, so shout out to CBS Sports, man. Heavyweight champ Wilder. If Usyk was smart, he would stay at cruiserweight. Wilder issues a stern warning to the undisputed cruiserweight champion who knocked out Tony Bellew. This is what Wilder had to say. I have to commend Bellew on what he did. Bellew was whooping his ass. Let's just face it. Bellew was whooping his ass. Bellew definitely gave people insight on what Usyk was really all about. And I think he should stay at the cruiserweight division. If Usyk was smart, he would stay at cruiserweight, because when you start coming up in weight, you're going to have to gain some more weight, and you're going to be slower than what you were already. Tony Bellew was tearing him up and was already hitting him. And when Usyk was pawing out with that jab, a lot of guys like me with longer arms is not going to take that jab to your face, just pawing it. And it ain't touching him, it was just pawing him. We're going to take advantage of that. So Wilder goes on to say, I advise him to stay at cruiserweight, because when you start dealing with the elite in this division, with these heavyweights, he's going to find that the power is different. The weight is different. Can you hold that weight that you have to be up in there? You only have to be over 200 pounds. But will that be enough? Everybody is not the Bronze Bomber, and everybody's not Deontay Wilder. I can't do it at a level that I can do it because I have done it many times. But most guys feel the need that to bulk up, to carry a certain amount of weight. Look at fucking Jarrell Miller. Talking about the need to bulk up. He's fucking 200. He could be 280, 290 pounds. But this dude only feels comfortable at 300 plus pounds. That's some funny ass shit. That's some real funny ass shit. But Usyk had a little response of his own. He said, "It's not a good thing to be a predictor." Usyk told Seconds Out, "I wish they would both punch each other at the same time and fall down together. Anyway, it's going to be a spectacular fight, and I plan on watching." So he's talking about the Wilder versus Fury fight. As far as Joshua Wilder, I like Joshua better because he doesn't speak that much. I actually don't like fighters who talk too much, is what Oleksandr Usyk had to say. But man, just imagine if Oleksandr Usyk dared to step up against Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, man. First of all, this guy is a 200-pound fighter, right? He didn't look like he rehydrated to like, I don't think he was 220 in that ring against Tony Bellew. It seemed like he may have rehydrated though, because size-wise, he was about equal to Bellew. And Bellew for sure rehydrated up to like 220 or so. And Deontay Wilder, you know, what's funny is these two guys might be around the same weight. Because Deontay Wilder fights around 220 pounds. Yet, Oleksandr Usyk technically better, but nowhere near the power, the explosiveness, and the heavyweight experience that a Deontay Wilder has on his resume, man. He doesn't have that kind of heavyweight experience. And there's a reason why Oleksandr Usyk is not in a rush to face an Anthony Joshua, to face a Luis Ortiz, to face a Dillian White. Dillian White you see how quickly Dillian White jumped on a potential Oleksandr Usyk fight? He was like, yo, bring that dude on. Bring him on. I'll maul him to death. I'll maul him. That's Dillian White, right? And this is a guy that ducked. This is a guy that ducked Kubrat Pulev. Same guy. Exact same guy. He said, "Oh, I don't want to smoke with that guy." Oh, Luis Ortiz? No, I don't want to fight him on that undercard. No, I got a card of my own. Then Luis Ortiz steps off of his card to come go get that smoke with Dillian White. And Dillian White has a whole nother story. Eddie Hearn's got a whole nother story. Send me an offer. Get the fuck out of here, man. For real. But hey, Oleksandr Usyk, man, if he's entering the division, I know Eddie Hearn's already talked about it. He'd say, there's plenty of options. There's plenty of options for Oleksandr Usyk. You know, David Price. You know, Dave Allen. You know, we got lots of bums for Oleksandr Usyk to beat up on. You know, that's Eddie Hearn. You already know. But the real Oleksandr Usyk fight that I want to see at heavyweight is Usyk versus Alexander Povetkin. That's the fight I want to see. If this guy is really going up to heavyweight, take on the toughest motherfucker out of Russia. And that'll let me know this guy's at least for real. Take on Alexander Povetkin. That would be a great fight. You know, both of these guys fight around mid-range. And I think Povetkin would really test Usyk as a heavyweight. And I just think it's a winnable fight for Usyk. It's a very tough fight for Usyk. Anthony Joshua just knocked out Povetkin. It's a good opportunity for him to get a win coming off of a guy that just got knocked out. And it'll also be a big fight. Eddie Hearn would promote the shit out of that. It might not do too well, but it'll do better than what the fuck he did with Jarrell Miller in Kansas. I'll tell you that much. So, I think that's a great fight. Or he could put that on a Joshua undercard April 13th. He could easily do that. He could put Usyk on the undercard of Joshua. You know? There's a lot of options for Usyk. And it's going to be interesting how he enters the division. But we all know he ain't in no rush to take on an elite heavyweight. And Deontay Wilder, I'm sure he would welcome him into the division if he was willing to step up. But for now, you already know, man. King Fight News. Smash the like button if you haven't already, and we're out.